Welcome to the DigiKnow Podcast, episode 12, where today we're talking about Power PiXL. Now, Power PiXL is not actually a thing. It's really just a clever name that I've given because, well, I'm a marketing guy, and marketing guys like to give clever names to things. Power PiXL is not actually a thing, but instead it's more along the lines of a piece of technology that has been combined with a specific marketing strategy. Let me explain. You're a car dealership. And again, I'm using car dealership analogies because at Chumney and Associates, we are a automotive marketing and advertising agency. All of our clients are car dealers. It's what we do. It's who we know. It's the vertical we live in. And so I like to give analogies based upon our expertise. So for Power PiXL, here's what's going on. You are a car dealership. Let's say your car dealership website gets 10,000 unique visitors a month, just as a nice round number. And let's say out of those 10,000 unique visitors, 1,000 of them convert as a lead from your website to your CRM, whether it's a phone call, a form submit, a chat, a text, whatever the case might be. Well, what about those other 9,000 people that visited your website this month, but did not necessarily convert as a lead to your store directly off of your website? What do we do with them? You want to talk to them if you can, right? You want to call them if you can, right? You want to email them if you can, right? Of course you do. Because look, those 1,000 leads you got from your website, you're obviously going to follow up with those people. You're going to call those people. You're going to text those people. You're going to email with those people. You're going to communicate with those people. Furthermore, you're also going to continue advertising with those 1,000 people in the form of retargeting campaigns and RLSA campaigns and Facebook micro-targeting strategies, etc., etc. Okay, well, what about the other 9,000? Wouldn't you like to be able to do all of that too to those 9,000 people that visited your website but for whatever reason did not convert as a lead right then and there? Yes, of course you do. It's a rhetorical question. We know the answer. So this is what Power PiXL does. We take a piece of code, a piece of technology we've developed, and we install it onto your website. And what this code does is it's able to look at the IP addresses that are visiting your website and match them back to a database of known emails, physical mailing addresses, and or phone numbers associated with that IP address. We normally see somewhere in the ballpark of a 30 to 50% match rate by doing it this way. And so what this means is these 9,000 website visitors that did not convert as a lead right then and there. Well, if we're able to get 3,000 or 4,000 of their emails and or physical mailing addresses and or phone numbers matched so that we can still email them and call them and send them mail and upload them into Google for retargeting efforts, upload them into paid search for RLSA efforts, upload them into Facebook and Instagram for micro-targeting efforts, we'd still like to do that, right? I mean, after all, in the tier 3 automotive world, every study that's been done shows that the average cycle of when a person starts shopping for a car to actually taking delivery of the car is 39 days, right? So when that person visits your website, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're on day 39 that in that moment ready to take delivery of a car. They might be on like day 20 or day 25 or day 30, and they're getting lower and lower into the sales funnel, but they're not at delivery yet. And so they're still doing some shopping, they're still doing some researching. And so by knowing this, it's not surprising that just because somebody visits your website today, it doesn't mean that they're going to convert as a lead today if they're on, say, day 20 of the car buying process instead of day 39. So knowing this, we still want to make sure that we are front of mind with them. We still want to make sure that we are communicating with them. We still want to make sure that we're advertising to them, but now we also want to make sure that we are speaking directly to them and making sure that we remain not just on their shopping list, but at the top of their shopping list. No different than how you communicate with an actual lead that comes into your store, trying to schedule that appointment right away and get them in your store to take delivery as soon as possible, right? Well, that's what Power PiXL does. So by having this code, this piece of technology installed on your website that's able to match IP addresses to emails, physical mailing addresses, and phone numbers. Now we've got anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6,000 additional emails, additional physical mailing addresses, additional phone numbers that we can use to communicate with, not just in advertising efforts, but in actual sales follow-up. And so by having this information, now what we are able to do is send out real-time automated email to these matched email addresses. And when I say real-time automated, what I mean is if I visit the website today and my email is matched to my IP address today, I could expect to receive an email from that dealership within 24 hours of visiting the website, which means we might be sending out a handful of emails every day in real time to people as they're visiting your website, as opposed to waiting until we've got this aggregate list of 5,000 emails and then deploying them all at once en masse. And many of those emails, it's now maybe 30 days since they visited your website. It's not real time. It's not striking while the iron is hot anymore. So by having this code on the website doing these matches, and by having this information, we're able to send out real-time automated emails to people as soon as they're matched off of your website, off of the website IP matching. So we're talking about within 24 hours, these people are getting an email from you. We can also do the exact same thing with direct mail, where it's not just real-time automated emails to these people as soon as they're matched, but also real-time automated direct mails to these people as soon as they're matched. And if you want to take it a step further, you could also call these people. The phone number isn't just phone number matching, but it's also do not call list scrubbing. So whatever list of phone numbers we get, it's not only been a matched phone number to the IP address, but it's also been scrubbed against the do not call registry. And so maybe the same BDC or same internet salesperson that is returning phone calls from leads they get to the website, maybe they're also doing an outbound phone call campaign to this list of matched do not call list scrub phone numbers, just inviting people to come take advantage of whatever sales event you might happen to have going on that day or that week or that month or whatever seasonal time it might be. Then when you get to the end of all this, not only are you, the dealer, going to see how many emails were sent out, how many mailers were sent out, and how many phone calls could have been made if you chose to do so, but we're also going to be able to match that information against your sales list at the end of the month and against your service RO list at the end of the month, so that you can see exactly how many cars you sold to people that were matched and targeted, and exactly how many service ROs you wrote up to people that were matched and targeted. Do we think for 1 second that this Power PiXL advertising and marketing campaign was the only reason that person bought a car or the only reason that person got service done on their vehicle? No, we don't. We know that there's many different touch points customers are exposed to prior to purchasing or servicing their vehicle. And this Power PiXL effort is one of many touch points. But when it comes down to ROI and when it comes down to attribution, if we're able to attribute an influenced sale or an influenced service RO off one specific campaign, and you're not necessarily able to get that level of attribution to other more traditional forms of advertising like TV or cable or radio or Pandora, things of that nature, isn't that better than nothing? Of course it is. So you might have heard of stuff like this similar from other companies, okay? Where Chumney and Associates does it different is we make it automated, we make it an all-encompassing turnkey solution, and we have it all packaged up and ready to go where our clients don't have to lift a finger. So there are plenty of data companies out there that you can subscribe to where they will supply you with the data, but then you are on your own in figuring out what to do with the data in terms of marketing and follow-up. Where at Chumney & Associates, not only are we supplying the technology and the data to you, but we are also executing the marketing and advertising and follow-up processes for you without you ever having to lift a finger. So you get the automated real-time emails, the automated real-time direct mails, the outbound phone calling, the Facebook and Instagram micro-targeting ads, the Google display retargeting retargeting ads, the video campaign, and a custom website landing page, all as one custom-built turnkey solution to execute on behalf of the dealership, as opposed to what some companies do. They just give you the data and then say, okay, good luck figuring out for yourself what you should do with this data and creating the ads to send out in the first place. So that's where I feel like Chumney Associates has taken Power PiXL to a new level compared to the first generation that's already been out there. And if you happen to be interested in wanting to know more information on how this could be beneficial to your business, especially if you're a car dealership, I'd love to have that conversation with you. So feel free to visit chumneyads.com, send us an email, I'll get it and I'll respond back to you. In the interim, if you're not doing something like this, I strongly suggest that you do. There's certainly other data providers out there you could choose from, but if you choose Chumney & Associates, you get the data and the campaign and the creative and the marketing solutions all in one, and that's where we separate ourselves from the competition. So Power PiXL, if you didn't know about it before, now you do. Hopefully this was informative and somewhat interesting for you. Be sure to follow us at Chumney_ads, at Paul M. Harvey 14. And again, visit chumneyads.com and shoot me an email if you'd like more information on this Power PiXL product and how it could deliver more opportunities for your business. This was the DigiKnow Podcast, episode 12, where we're talking about Power PiXL, a sexy name for a very smart way to combine technology with marketing strategies to drive more business to your business. Did I just say business twice in a row? Yes, I did, but I'm not re-recording this all over again, so you got to hear me go out with a little flub of a line there. Appreciate you for listening. We'll check you out next time.